incident. We're told OC spray was deployed. The tents were cleared out. They have moved now from the GW campus. We're about 5 blocks from the nation's capital.
As Fox's Logan Thompson, D.C. police say at least 35 arrests were made. A day off in the criminal trial for Donald Trump, but on Tuesday, adult film actress Stormy Daniels detailed her alleged sexual encounter with Mr. Trump in 2006. Her testimony leading for the defense to call for a mistrial. That was denied by the judge, Juan Merchan. And the president travels to Racine, Wisconsin today. America's listening to Fox News.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
The Mix 104.1 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
All right, good morning. It is 7:04, Mix 104.1, local and state news from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk. We are on Mix 104.1, we're on 101.3 FM, and we're on MixTV.tv. As we say good morning to you, storms brewing and could be severe later tonight in the Cleveland, Bradley County, Southeast Tennessee area. We'll give you the very latest on that. Coming up, everybody needs to be weather aware. Good reminder to download the free Mix 104.1 app. If your power were to go out, you can always access our app and our severe weather coverage at mymix1041.com. Brought to you by CHI Memorial. Dr. Jeff Elliott has been named the director of schools for the Cleveland City School System. And during a school board meeting, as board member Karyn Ingram, apparently I have a clip somewhere. I don't have it here, but Karyn Ingram made the announcement during the meeting. Dr. Jeff Elliott, a veteran of Cleveland City Schools, serving as chief of staff, 30 years of experience to the Cleveland City School District. And we're going to talk with Dr. Jeff Elliott coming up this morning at about 7:45. Jeff will be coming in. He's held numerous roles with Cleveland City Schools: teacher, assistant principal, secondary education supervisor, director of curriculum and instruction, chief academic officer, and then he assumed his current position as chief of staff in 2022. Dr. Jeff Elliott is the new director of Cleveland City Schools. The contract negotiations will begin. The Bradley County Board of Education met last night. 2 main topics on the agenda: the Director of Schools, Dr. Linda Cash, evaluation, and the renewal of the Director of Schools contract. Several community members addressed the board. Mitchell Simpson with Wright Brothers Construction. Lynn Voles with the, she, of course, leads the Bradley Cleveland Public Education Foundation. And Mike Griffin, with the CEO of the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce, addressed the Board of Education in support of Dr. Linda Cash. Board members gave Dr. Cash a total average score of 2.98 out of a possible 3 on her evaluation. Here are the categories and the scores given by school board members about Dr. Cash. On the 3-point scale, she received a perfect 3 in the following: communication, community relations, curriculum, school and community involvement, organizational management, personnel management, school finance budgeting, and school improvement. Now, under school facility management, Dr. Cash received a 2.9. Under director and board relations, 2.9. Now, she also received a perfect 3 on staff development, supervision evaluation, and integrity, fairness, and ethics. The next item was the director's contract. 5th District School Board member Rachel Goins requested to postpone the contract vote. Her motion failed to receive a second, and ultimately the board passed a new contract that will run through the 2028 school year for Dr. Linda Cash, director of Bradley County Schools. Board member Rachel Goins abstained from the vote, with the rest of the members voting in favor of the contract. The board next meets June the 4th. So, a lot of news this morning. Also, let me mention that we are going to be joined not only by Dr. Elliott, the new director of Cleveland City Schools, but also we are celebrating high school graduation week this week. We'll begin with Walker Valley Principal Dr. Candice Belt joining us at around 7:30 this morning. Walker Valley will graduate tomorrow night. We'll also be joined by Bob Pritchard of Cleveland High School and Patrick Spengler of Bradley Central. Our first check of the streets at 7:08.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on Northley Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-a-Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Cleveland. Efficient, state-of-the-art automated curbside service. Find out more by visiting wasteconnections.com/ClevelandTN.
All right, good morning. Such a busy morning as far as prizes. If we continue our celebration of teachers and nurses, and let me remind you what's happening for teachers and nurses this week. Now, all this week, Chick-fil-A giving a free ice cream with a mobile drive-thru app. Alchemy Med Spa, discounted rate of $10 a unit for Dye Sport. Get a free cookie at Taziki's, a free 12-ounce coffee at Bond Life. And today, Honey Baked Ham giving one of their delicious cookies away for all teachers. So that is happening today and this week. We really appreciate Hardee's. They kicked us off Monday morning for Teacher and Nurses Appreciation. And time to get a great breakfast at Hardee's at 10 after 7.
Right now, in a Hardee's kitchen near you, there's somebody hand-breading 100% white meat fillets to make you small batch golden fried chicken from scratch for a taste that's pure tender love and goodness down to the very last crumb. Hardee's new hand-breaded tender platter, 100% white meat tenders served with garlic toast, fries, slaw, and an ice-cold beverage. Order ahead on the Hardee's app.
I'm going on vacation, and we can't do what we did last year. No discounting Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster up to $800. Quit giving away free delivery and setup. And definitely no more half price on Tempur-Pedic floor models. I'll be watching.
Okay, Dad, you're the boss. We're definitely going to do all of that, but shh, don't tell my dad. Right now at Mermaid, through Memorial Day, save up to $800 on Stearns & Foster and Tempur-Pedic, and get up to 50% off on select Tempur-Pedic floor models and free local delivery. Only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com. Proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
When most people think of plumbing and electrical supply houses, there's an idea that they're just for...
Say that
When most people think of plumbing and electrical supply houses, there's an idea that they're just for plumbers or electricians or builders to shop at. Wholesale Supply is proud to be open to the public and proud to serve our communities. By supplying the best quality products for the best prices with the best service guaranteed, Wholesale Supply is your one-stop shop for everything plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more. Helping build communities in the Southeast for over 80 years is just what we do.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom.
You're watching Mix Mornings on MixTV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature in Cleveland is brought to you by Milligan Vane. Coffee on Mother's Day this Sunday. You're going to get a buy one, get one when you order through the Scooters app. They also have some great new products out for this summer. They have the S'mores Latte, the S'mores Cream Cold Brew, Strawberry Lime Quencher, Pineapple Mint Quencher, Fruit Flavor Duo Smoothies, Pretzel Snackers, and more. That's all available now at Scooters Coffee, Keith Street in Cleveland in front of Leisure Time Bowling, also in Sweetwater, and now open in Dayton.
Inside the very important Mermaid Mattress Weather Center, no pressure, Bridget, as, what?
I've got the info. I've got all the info you need.
Well, you'll get it for us in about 8 seconds.
It's time to get a better night's sleep. Take advantage of Memorial Day savings with up to $800 off Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets at Mermaid Mattress.
All right, for today, we'll have a chance of rain showers throughout the day, and then, of course, strong to severe thunderstorms likely tonight and overnight. Our high temperature today is going to be 85, a low of 68 this evening. We are under a flood watch for our listening area, and according to Local 3 weather, strong to severe storms overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, along with flash flooding, damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes all possible. We're under an enhanced risk for most of our listening area for severe weather. And then from the National Weather Service in Morristown, they give us more specific numbers, a 30 to 44% probability of severe wind greater than 58 miles per hour, 5 to 10% chance of a tornado, 15 to 30% chance of hail. The timing is most likely between 8 p.m. this evening and 2 a.m., and then all over by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So that the latest from Local 3 and then also the National Weather Service. And then for tomorrow, of course, thunderstorms during the morning, partly cloudy later in the day, a high of 85 and a low of 58. And then on Friday, partly cloudy with a high of 73. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 70 degrees.
So basically, it's all through the night. And if you're watching us on MixTV.tv right now, you see the radar that we put up there, and this is Futurecast. I guess this says for tomorrow morning, or maybe by tomorrow morning, that it is, we are in for an enhanced risk here of severe weather. Stay with Mix 104.1. Also a great time to download our free app. Because we do provide weather alerts that way. Download at mymix1041.com.
This weather forecast is brought to you by PhD Pharmacy, Key Street near Harrison Pike. Free delivery within 50-mile radius of Cleveland. Call Gina Mosier Patterson today at 423-614-6650.
I love their morning show. Your feel-good morning show. We got it unlocked. It wakes me up and gets the day started right. Woo-hoo! Let's go!
The best mix, the best variety. Mix 104.1.
Paula, tell us about how you came to shop at Chattanooga Auto Square.
Well, I was introduced to it from my husband. He purchased his first Range Rover years ago. Then occasionally I'd start asking him if I could start driving it. I would confidently recommend them. I mean, they make you feel like family from the moment you arrive. Being in real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you. Chattanooga Auto Square, luxury lives here.
Well, good Wednesday morning to you, Tennessee Valley. It is a storm alert weather day as we're going to track out that potential for strong to severe storms later on this evening into the early morning hours of Thursday. Here's the best time frame for severe potential, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern time, and that highest window, if you want to refine that even more, likely between 7 p.m. and 1 a.m. Entire coverage area, all modes of severe weather going to be possible, including damaging winds, large hail, and even tornadoes here across the Tennessee Valley. So just really one of those days where you need to pay close attention to your weather app and make sure you have multiple ways of receiving those severe alerts. Now here's a look at your radar this morning. Relatively quiet here across the Tennessee Valley, but already seeing some of that severe weather ramping up across portions of Kentucky back towards Arkansas. Some heavy rain along this boundary. So again, these areas we're going to have to watch this morning, but here locally, no severe weather as of now. We do have a couple of showers coming down into the northern part of Bledsoe County, also south of Altamont and southern Grundy, getting a little bit of heavy rain. But outside of that, your morning commute looking pretty good. But again, that will be something to be mindful of later today as those downpours start to develop. Here's a look at your temperatures. A very warm morning here in Chattanooga, 75, 69 in Lafayette, 70 in Calhoun, same for Athens. We're also going to have to watch that potential for flash flooding. So, of course, we have the severe threat, but some of these storms are going to put down some really heavy rain as well. So we have flash flood watches in effect for the green shade here from Chattanooga northbound until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And again, as these storms push through, could drop quite a bit of rain. Some areas could locally have as much as 4 to 6 inches of rainfall in a short amount of time. So we're going to have to watch that closely. You know, that severe threat, the flash flooding threat, just a lot going on later today into Thursday morning. So again, just be sure to pay close attention to.
And they're going to, Dr. Belt will join us here in just a few minutes. Remember, it's a good reminder for you. If you have to leave us at a certain point, you can always watch us. If you're listening on the radio, always watch on MixTV.tv. And really at any time, a lot of people going back at night and watching the interviews, that sort of thing. It is 7:20. Let's get a check of our Simmons Bank celebration list.
Okay, happy birthday to Aubrey Heisinger, who is 14 today, an 8th grader at Ocoee Middle School. Tammy Johnston celebrating today. That is from Kenny, Jared, Brandon, Josh, and Becca. Houston Spangler is 7 years old today. His dad, Mr. Patrick Spangler, sent that in to us. Happy birthday to him. And then Emmy Jam Parker is celebrating a birthday today. That is from Nana and Grandpa. They love her very much. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true. Call Can Do 423-381-3427.
Such a busy week. Lots of important things happening. We told you about Teacher and Nurses Appreciation Week. By the way, you can see what Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv are doing for teachers and nurses with the Cleveland Bradley Teachers Federal Credit Union and CHI Memorial for Nurses on our website. Just go right there, mymix1041.com. It's also on the app, the full listing of everything we do each day. But, Bridget, it's Mother's Day week. Mix 1041's Mother Like No Other contest is presented this year by Alchemy Med Spa and Wellness Center. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm going to have Bridget read the prizes, but I'll go ahead and tell you, get your mom or a mom you love registered. You can call us or text 423-614-6499. And we've got a bunch of big prizes. Bridget, let's talk about that.
Yeah, so first of all, you're going to win from Alchemy Med Spa and Wellness Center a huge spa basket, and included in that is a $250 gift card toward any service. Also, a dozen roses from Perry's Petals, a free day of doggy daycare from Paws and Claws, lunch or dinner for two from Old Fort Restaurant, a free mani-pedi from Ottawa Nail Bar, dinner for four from Taziki's, And then we also have 5 tanning sessions and a moisturizing session, and that is from
the Tanning Company.
Tanning Company. All right.
Yeah, so remember Alchemy Med Spa and Wellness Center. A lot of you have been traveling to Chattanooga to see them. They are now in Cleveland, downtown Cleveland. They're at First Street Square. They got a beautiful location, and you can take advantage of them right there and their services right there. If you want to win, call or text your mom or a mom you love. Call the volunteer Rid of Pest Mix line, 423-614-6499. Or you can text that same number. It's the Cleveland State Cougar line at 423-614-6499. 723, a news update.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
A more than 30-year veteran of Cleveland City Schools is the new director of Cleveland City Schools. He is Dr. Jeff Elliott. Dr. Elliott will join us here in just a few minutes, but let's go back to the board meeting, the Cleveland Board of Education meeting, the special call meeting when the board announced their selection. We're going to go to this. This is going to be the voice of board member Karyn Ingram.
Say that to the community, very well. And it wasn't an easy choice, an easy decision, but we all have agreed that we want place best for Cleveland City Schools. And with those 3 candidates that we had, brings a spell that Dr. Elliott could lead us in the right direction for the next many years. And I also want to thank Kevin Kaiser for having his stepped in and has done a marvelous job over the last few weeks. So I think we're doing well, and I appreciate all of the members.
All right, that was Karyn Ingram. We apologize for the audio quality there, and I apologize for the situation yesterday afternoon. We had a very hard time technically, and we take full responsibility for what happened yesterday. We apologize for it. At 7:24, Dr. Linda Cash at the Bradley County Board of Education meeting had her contract extended through 2028. She also, Dr. Cash also received a 2.98 out of a possible 3 on her overall evaluation. Now, board member Rachel Goins of the Bradley County Board of Education, she made a motion to postpone the contract vote and then abstained from the vote itself. I'm sure we'll hear more on that coming up. But anyway, Dr. Cash, obviously the rest of the board approved her contract and also approved her at 2.98 of a total score of 3 possibility. Big morning here this morning, very busy. Also, Bridget, another Hall of Fame you won't be in, the Cleveland High School Hall of Fame announcement exclusively here about 8:30.
That's exciting.
I mean, on and on. Senator Adam Lowe about 8 o'clock. So here we go, buddy. It's that time. It is 7:26.
This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway and anytime at donledford.com. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid of Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by Southland Finance. Loans up to $20,000. Call Dusty and the team at Southland Finance, located at 950 25th Street in Cleveland in front of Ace Hardware, 423-458-3007. Online at southlandfinance.net. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
When you need a new roof, it's all about trust. Your home is too big of an investment and you can't afford to make a mistake. Cleveland Plywood.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one. and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland is hiring case selectors. Starting pay at $19 an hour. Earning potential up to $23 an hour plus incentive pay. Additional $2 an hour night shift premium. And you're eligible to earn a $3,000 stay bonus. Flexible schedules and great benefits at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland. They have open interviews Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 11 a.m. and from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at job.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
Are you a busy man? Listen to how Direct Primary Care Associates has helped men like Mike Kelly.
I imagine like most men, I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. I'm very busy in my life. And the problem with going to other urgent care places is you could go there and sit, and you don't know how long you're going to be, and I have other appointments that I may have to get to. With this, you know when you're going to be here. I was spending over $70 a month medication through my other insurance. Here, I haven't paid a dime. I haven't had to pay for anything. So just that alone in the last 8 months saved me over $500. And I'm telling you right now, as a man, I know how much energy it takes to even call in and have to get some help, because we don't like to ask for help. But these are here to help you. This is what this is designed for, is to help you.
If you'd like to learn more about Direct Primary Care Associates, visit our website at directpca.com or call 423-650-4831.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
Well, we like to think what makes Andrew Johnson make different is the way we work with our community and our customers. We also have a great staff with a lot of experience that we feel like can help you whatever your need is for banking. I love the community of it. Like I said, I was born and raised here. I've seen it grow, and I love our growth pattern. It's just a great place to live with friendly people that just make you feel at home.
7:30.
The Mermaid Mattress Holiday Sale is going on now. Buy select iCool and L&K mattress sets by Mermaid and receive a free adjustable base upgrade only at Mermaid Mattress.
All right, for today, we are under a flood watch for our listening area. We'll have a few rain showers throughout the day today, and then storms moving in late this evening and overnight tonight. Strong to severe storms overnight and into tomorrow morning, along with flash flooding, damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes, all possible. We're under an enhanced risk for most of our listening area. And according to the National Weather Service in Morristown, a 30 to 44% probability of severe wind greater than 58 miles per hour, 5 to 10% chance of a tornado, and 15 to 30% chance of hail. And as far as timing goes, for our listening area, the most likely is going to be between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. Overnight, and then ending by 6 a.m. tomorrow. And then so for our temperatures today, a high of 85 and a low of 68 this evening. For tomorrow, those thunderstorms moving out in the morning and then partly cloudy later in the afternoon, a high of 85 and a low of 58. On Friday, partly cloudy with a high of 73. Your current Milligan Vein temperature is 71 degrees.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Aubrey's of Cleveland. Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious food in East Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
All right, 7:31, Mix 104.1. We're on MixTV.tv. Yes, stay with us throughout the day and night. We will have much more on the severe weather possibilities. And again, it's a great time to download the Mix app. You could send out weather alerts, that sort of thing, at mymix1041.com. It's the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial. Hello, human kindness. The Sports Report sponsored in part by the Town Squire. When you need a tuxedo, the Town Squire, Larry McDaniel and his staff, they have been doing it for over 40 years. You want someone who knows what they're doing for proms, weddings, special occasions, all available at the Town Squire.
with the very latest in colors and styles, including slim and ultra slim fit when it matters the most. The Town Squire Tuxedo Department there for you. Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland, Tennessee.
All right, Braves got a win over the Red Sox at Atlanta last night, 4-2. They'll play again tonight, Game 2, 7:20. Right here on Mix 104.1, your Braves nighttime station, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, where Thomas Williams says, nighttime is the right time. NBA playoffs last night. Eastern Conference semifinals got underway in Boston. Celtics beat the Cavaliers 120-95. They lead 1-0 in the best of 7. Western Conference semifinals got underway in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma last night. Thunder beat the Mavericks 117-95. Thunder lead 1-0. All right, a ton of local action from last night. Let's go to the District 5 4A softball tournament, where Walker Valley eliminated McMinn County in the district tournament, then came back and beat Cleveland High School last night 3-2. And you know what? I've got a rare opportunity to have an analyst in here, Dr. Candice Belt, principal of Walker Valley. So your Lady Mustangs got a big win over McMinn, then come back and beat Cleveland High School. Is that right?
Yes, sir. And unfortunately, I was not there to see it. I was at senior night last night, but I was very excited to hear those final scores and looking forward to a great game tonight. It's been a barn burner series. Tough competition, great talent on the field, so just very proud.
Hey, I got to note they moved up the game from 7 to 5:30 today, probably because of the weather, I'd say.
Yes, they've been working to try to dodge that, and so far we've been able to get things in, but, you know, I can tell you, Steve, I've a lot of hard things being a principal. Meteorologist, that's the hardest of them all.
Well, and don't ever listen to Bridget, because she will lead you wrong, as you told me earlier. Thank you, Candice. If Walker Valley wins, they have to play a second game. If Cleveland wins, they win the district championship. All right, let's go to District 6 4A, the championship last night. And this is all softball. East Hamilton defeated Bradley Central 11-2. Now, East Hamilton's win forces a second championship game tonight. That'll be down at East Hamilton. All of this is weather permitting. Lake Forest, let's go there. Lady Bruins softball defeated Signal Mountain 2-1. They advance to the TMSAA District Championship against East Hamilton tonight at 6 o'clock Frost Field in downtown Chattanooga. The Lake Forest Bruins baseball team beat Loftus Middle last night 2-0. They advance to the district championship today at 4:30 against Soddy Daisy at Soddy Daisy. And then also last night, Dr. Bell, I'll bring you back in. Walker Valley, your soccer team shut out Ray County 5-0, as they say.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
So now Walker Valley will play Cleveland High. Cleveland beat McMinn County 4-2 last night, and they'll play for a district championship. This is scheduled for Friday at noon. So there you go. All right, that is the Sports Report, 7:35. We are celebrating high school graduation week locally, and I've invited Principal of Walker Valley High School, Dr. Candice Belt. Good morning officially. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great this morning. How are you today, Steve?
Doing good. Such a special and poignant time in the life of students, but also, I'm sure, faculty and staff. Graduation tomorrow night at Walker Valley. What does that mean to you?
Well, just it's so many great things. We've been celebrating, I think, now since last Wednesday. We kicked it off with our new academic signing day, which was a huge success. 75 students signing with colleges. We were able to have those reps in, and if you've ever been to an athletic signing day, very, very exciting. We decided to do that for our academic scholarships this year. So that was a great way to kick off the season. And like I said, senior night last night, baccalaureate tonight, graduation practice this morning. Busy time, all the athletics going on, but great time to celebrate with our students and our families. And this is bittersweet. Realized a little bit earlier in the semester that this group, I've been at Walker Valley 4 years. Wow. So this group, they were the freshmen, the COVID kids coming in 2020. And so they'll walk across the stage as champions on Thursday night. So we're thrilled. All
right, we're joined by Dr. Candice Belt. She is the principal of Walker Valley. You just probably answered my question, but this class of 2024, so it's a big symbol to you of you're starting as principal, but like you mentioned, COVID. My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, thinking back and kind of where we started and now where we're ending, and these kids going on to amazing futures, college, career, military, celebrating them, celebrating their families, and we're just excited to be able to get out there on the field at the stadium and do it together. We've got some inclement weather coming in overnight, but we're very hopeful it will be a beautiful evening when we get to Thursday at 7:30.
Yeah, so what do you tell the people? What do they need to know that are coming out tomorrow night to graduation exercises at Walker Valley? We
will post our parking video that kind of describes, coming in and getting out. We want that to go as smooth as possible. We ask for everyone to be patient with us, but we are very excited to host just as many family and friends as we can.
All right, Dr. Bell, I really appreciate you coming in this morning. I know it's a very busy time, but congratulations to all the Walker Valley graduates tomorrow night. It's such a wonderful time.
Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to our teachers, Teacher Appreciation Week, Graduation Week, all the things, School Nurses Day today. Lots of great things to celebrate, and we're just grateful to be able to do that together.
All right, and it's Mother's Day week, so man, my goodness, it's all the important moments of our lives are this week.
All the things. Steve, thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. We're grateful. It really, graduation, football games, athletics, all the things. Our community really comes together. Shout out to First Baptist. Talked with Pastor Easley earlier in the week. He offered if we needed an indoor spot that we could use their beautiful facility. So
the church or his house?
Yeah, well, the church.
Oh, the church. Okay, he's got Jaylee graduating tomorrow night.
But I'm sure he would have let us, use the home as well.
Come over to the palace. It's just fine.
They're wonderful. Candice Creek Baptist is putting on our baccalaureate tonight.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Stan Gibson.
Yes.
He may get saved prior. We just don't know. Is he going to say anything?
There's no telling.
We'll be there quite a while if he is. That's all right. Everything's fine.
So we're just grateful. We do feel the love and the support from our community always.
We're going to air the graduation exercises also on MixTV.tv tomorrow night with our buddy Ethan, who does a tremendous job for you, Ethan Evers at Walker Valley. Thank you, Dr. Belt. Great to see you.
Thank you guys so much.
I got the new city schools director. Have you heard?
I've heard
Elliott.
That news. That's great news as well.
Come on. He's in the lobby out there, and you can go rough him up for a while.
I'll say hello.
All right. Thanks, Candice.
Thank you, guys.
Good to see you. It is 20 minutes before 8. Yes, Dr. Jeff Elliott, the new director of Cleveland City Schools, on the way in. Senator Adam Lowe at the top of the hour. Also, Bridget, here in about an hour or so, the exclusive and first announcement of the I guess the 2024 class of the Cleveland High School Hall of Fame. They'll make that announcement in here at about 8:30 or so.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Big morning, a busy morning here. Of course, you can catch up if you have to leave us on radio at MixTV.tv. Back in a moment. Here's a man who is not in any Hall of Fame, nor will he ever get in any Hall of Fame. No, he's in the Hall of Shame, ladies and gentlemen.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Thank you for calling Logan Thompson. This is Ashley.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. with technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Hi, I'm Brian Poole, sole owner of Poole Serenity Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland. It's going to be more of our discount funeral home and cremation center. We'll offer $895 cremation that will come with a wood urn. Only other charges the family have be for death certificates and permits. That's it. No other hidden charges, no other hidden fees. We have a traditional burial package, $4,595. That does include a casket and the services. You can reach us at www.pfhserenity.com.
Keith Street in Cleveland. Mix 1041, MixTV.tv, 17 before 8 a.m. Don't forget, register your mom for our, or a mom you love, for our Mother Like No Other contest, presented by Alchemy Med Spa and Wellness Center. We've got a huge prize package, big grand prize from Alchemy. It's a spa basket with wine, blanket, robe, designer sunglasses, spa samples, and a $250 Alchemy gift card, plus a bunch of other great prizes. You can register right now by calling or texting 423-614-6499. From David Foster, the hitman. He is he created a bunch of hits. This is David Foster and his friend and co-writer Peter Cetera. Mix 1041.
Well, good Wednesday morning to you, Tennessee Valley. It is a storm alert weather day as we're going to track out that potential for strong to severe storms later on this evening into the early morning hours of Thursday. Here's the best time frame for severe potential, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern time, and that highest window, if you want to refine that even more, likely between 7 p.m. and 1 a.m. Entire coverage area, all modes of severe weather going to be possible, including damaging winds, large hail, and even tornadoes here across the Tennessee Valley. So just really one of those days where you need to pay close attention to your weather app and make sure you have multiple ways of receiving those severe alerts. Now here's a look at your radar this morning. Relatively quiet here across the Tennessee Valley, but already seeing some of that severe weather ramping up across portions of Kentucky back towards Arkansas. Some heavy rain along this boundary. So again, these areas we're going to have to watch this morning, but here locally, no severe weather as of now. We do have a couple of showers coming down into the northern part of Bledsoe County, also south of Altamont and southern Grundy, getting a little bit of heavy rain. But outside of that, your morning commute looking pretty good. But again, that will be something to be mindful of later today as those downpours start to develop. Here's a look at your temperatures. A very warm morning here in Chattanooga, 75, 69 in Lafayette, 70 in Calhoun, same for Athens. We're also going to have to watch that potential for flash flooding. So, of course, we have the severe threat, but some of these storms are going to put down some really heavy rain as well. So we have flash flood watches in effect for the green shade here from Chattanooga northbound until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And again, as these storms push through, could drop quite a bit of rain. Some areas could locally have as much as 4 to 6 inches of rainfall in a short amount of time. So we're going to have to watch that closely. You know, that severe threat, the flash flooding threat, just a lot going on later today into Thursday morning. So again, just be sure to pay close attention to the weather. Now, one of the ingredients you need is what we call CAPE, or storm fuel, and we're going to have plenty of it coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, just that warm, moist air mass. We're also going to have wind shear, which is where the winds are changing direction as you get higher up, which allows some of these storms to rotate. So we have multiple ingredients that we need for severe weather, so we're going to have to watch that closely today. And then by Thursday morning, things will start to die down as some drier and more stable air starts to move in. But as we go through the afternoon, tracking out your radar, again, there's going to be the potential for some pop-up downpours. But by about 5, 6 o'clock, we could have these individual cells develop, which could contain large hail, damaging wind gusts, and maybe even a spin-up tornado. So out of front of the main cluster that's going to be coming through early Thursday morning, we're going to have to watch the development of these individual cells. So as we get into the late evening, again, the coverage is not going to be all that high, but any storm that develops could pack a punch. And then as we get into the overnight hours, notice these.
Let's get a check of our Simmons Bank celebration list, Bridget, at 13 before 8. And then We're going to talk to Dr. Jeff Elliott, the new director of Cleveland City Schools. Bridget?
Okay, happy birthday to Aubrey Heisinger. She is 14 today, an 8th grader at Ocoee Middle School. Also, Tammy Johnston celebrating a birthday today. That is from Kenny, Jared, Brandon, Josh, and Becca. Houston Spangler is 7 years old today. His dad, Patrick, called that in to us. Imogen Parker celebrating a birthday today. That is from Nana and Grandpa. They love her very much. And then Evan Gatley is having a birthday today. That is from his mom. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritapest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. At Simmons Bank, they are with you every step of the way. Call Jamie Kyle, 423-381-3429.
All right, I tell you what, Austin, you run that there that you have on TV, and then I'll pause here.
This MixTV interview is supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. Visit us online at wholesalesupply.us.
1041.com. All right, we're back. All right, Mix 1041, MixTV.tv, and I'm joined now and his first interview by the brand new, as voted on by the Board of Education, Director of Schools of Cleveland City Schools, Dr. Jeff Elliott. Good morning, Dr. Elliott.
Good morning, Steve and Bridget. I'm so excited to be here this morning.
When I say those words, what does that mean to you?
Wow, it's overwhelming, but it's so exciting. I tell you, being in Cleveland for my whole life has been a great experience. And so people have asked, why would I want to be director of schools in Cleveland City Schools? And I said, why wouldn't I be? Because there's so many amazing things happening in Cleveland, our community, and in our school system. Our teachers and students are fabulous. And so along my career, I've decided and elected to stay here and be committed to Cleveland. And here I am today, and I'm just thrilled to be here with you today.
Dr. Jeff Elliott, who was voted on by the Cleveland Board of Education yesterday to become the new director. Somebody was talking to a lot of people about this. Everybody's talking about it. Yeah. And one thing that someone, actually more than one person said to me, said, you know what, Jeff is probably the first local director we've had in about 30 years. Is that accurate? Going back to Dr. Yates, would that be about right?
That's about right for Cleveland City Schools.
For Cleveland City Schools.
That is true.
Going back about 93 or so.
93, and then we had a new director that came in with Dr. Rick Denning, and at that point in time, and so yes.
So I guess the question is, so it's been about 30 years or more since Cleveland City Schools has had a director from Cleveland. What does that mean to you?
Well, I'm honored and humbled at the same time. I appreciate the board yesterday, their vote of confidence and talking with me along through the interview process, and then having the opportunity yesterday when they voted for this opportunity. So it's just I see it as a great opportunity, not for me, but for us working together. And it's amazing. I'm just so excited.
I know you are. Dr. Elliott, let me ask you a couple of things. So when will you take over? That like July 1st, something like that? August?
Well, this summer at some point we're in the process of contract negotiations.
Yes, and I am your agent. Yes, I'm going to be representing you.
All right. Well, I don't know if I'll get started then, Steve.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
Come on, Jeff. Don't turn on me now.
Have some fun here. No. This summer at some point.
So what are some of the initial things that you hope to will be priorities for you?
Yeah, the priorities that we have, first of all, is I want to just talk with our teachers and our families and students right off the bat and really hear where they are right this moment. I've had opportunities along the way to hear and talk with our team in Cleveland City Schools, but I believe this is the time for us to come back, take a deep breath, and hear where everybody's coming from so that we can set a new stage of where we're going to go in Cleveland City Schools to take it to the next level. So my first piece is just going to be, let me hear from you folks, and let's see where we are and take a check on where we are right this moment and then where we need to go. So the first few weeks and months will be to hear from everybody, and then we will be working closely with our board and setting that trajectory and coming up with some great ideas and great plans moving forward.
Dr. Jeff Elliott is the new Cleveland City Schools director, as voted on by the Board of Education yesterday. And, I'll tell you what, let's talk about your family a little bit. Yeah. And a lot of new people here also. So tell us a little about yourself just personally. And then I know as you've been a teacher, you've pretty much held pretty much every type of position in the school system.
Yeah, I graduated from Cleveland High School, so that's a wonderful experience to be able to say that. Being a graduate of Cleveland High is amazing. I graduated in 1989, and then after that I went to UTC, Chattanooga. That's where I graduated with my bachelor's, and I really wanted to be focused on middle-level education, so I had my secondary and elementary certification and began my career at 6th grade at Stewart Elementary School. Wow. Fantastic place to be, and taught there, and then assistant principal at Cleveland Middle School along the way. So recently I've been the chief of staff here in Cleveland City Schools. As far as my family is concerned, I have a wonderful wife. She's a school counselor over at Candice Creek Cherokee Elementary. She's been in the system for several years now, was at Ross before that, serving with Miss Lisa Irby, and continued that over at Candice Creek. I have a daughter. She's in 7th grade, Carolyn Elliott, and she is actively involved in tennis and swim, and just finished the musical this past weekend with Descendants. Fabulous job the team and the crew did over at Cleveland Middle School with that. So we're so excited. I will say Carolyn Elliott is her name. Her initials are wonderful, CLE. And so we're all Cleveland. I'll tell you, we're all in on Cleveland.
And I like WCLE, as a matter of
That's
fact,
it.
as Tom Rowland would say. Yeah. Well, Jeff, just a huge congratulations to you and your family. I can't imagine what this means to you. You've just given us your background here in Cleveland. Anything you want to add here before we go, Doc?
Well, I want to say thank you to Mr. Kaiser. He's serving as the interim director, and he'll continue to do that in our transition period.
We barely made it through that, didn't we?
Yeah,
my God,
I tell you. But no, he's done a fabulous job. I appreciate his leadership. Yes, and this is an exciting time just this week in our schools, and we've had a lot of celebrations through our arts programs, theater, as I mentioned earlier, and concerts, and we're coming out of that. And our sports teams are going through tournament season right now and making some good advancements in all different areas. We have an incredible celebration of a student who had a 36 on their ACT, Luke Feldy, and that's amazing. Graduation Friday night at the arena, and I can't miss to say Teacher Appreciation Week this week, and our nurses in our schools too. Every day the things that they do is just tremendous. A celebration is so important this week, but we want to celebrate them every day because every day is incredible.
Here about 8:30, Dr. Elliott, the Cleveland High Hall of Fame announcement. You're a member of the Hall of Fame.
Yes,
at Cleveland High School, and they're going to do their announcement here about 8:30.
So right. That's great. I can't wait to hear who they are.
All right, Dr. Jeff Elliott. He is the new director of Cleveland City Schools. Jeff, congratulations.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, buddy. It is right now 5 minutes before 8. Have we checked the birthdays recently?
Yes.
Or you already did? I just don't pay attention to you, so it's obviously an issue. I tell you what, Bridget, let's talk about it. Teacher Appreciation. Dr. Elliott was just mentioning that. Teacher and Nurses Appreciation Week continues for us here. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So all this week, we love celebrating our teachers and nurses. Here are some giveaways that are available all week long from our friends at Chick-fil-A. When you order through mobile drive-thru, you're going to get a free ice cream. Also from Alchemy Med Spa and Wellness Center, a discounted rate on their Dysport, $10 per unit.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
At Taziki's, a free chocolate chip cookie. At Bond Life, a free 12-ounce coffee. Shane's Rib Shack, a free cobbler. And at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, now through May 15th, a free Freddy's Frost. And then here are the giveaways specific to today for teachers. We have a free cookie from Honey Baked Ham.
All right, very good. And Emmendorfer, we're talking about Taziki's. They're also giving away a dinner for 4, but aren't they in the Mother's Day thing?
Yes, they are. Mm-hmm.
But Emmendorfer, he doesn't have moves like Jagger, but he did all right.
Okay.
I mean, he almost looked lifelike at the Dance with the Stars thing at the country club this past Saturday night.
I'm sure he did a great job.
That big old cowboy hat on. That's a Nashville theme, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? He kind of looked like John Cantrell does every day. Come to think of it. Anyway, all right. Coming up, Senator Adam Lowe, who was there Saturday night, actually. Adam and Rachel were there. We're going to talk. Come on in. We're going to talk to Senator Lowe coming up here in just a second. And a whole lot more. Stand by. Mix 104.1.
This news update is brought to you.
Shh, it's Dad. Shh. Hey, Dad.
Just wanted to make sure that you're not giving away the free adjustable bases with the iCool and L&K set. And definitely don't sell our new 45th anniversary mattresses for $5.99 in any size.
Yeah, we're definitely not doing any of that.
Okay, good.
Right now at Mermaid through Memorial Day, get a free adjustable base upgrade with any iCool or L&K set, or $5.99 your choice any size on our new 45th anniversary mattress. But shh, don't tell my dad.
Your sleep, handmade, hand delivered.
Drive safely out there, and as always, if you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
This traffic report is brought to you by L&B Appliance, your one-stop appliance shop. Locally owned and operated, Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland. 423-339-3231.
Come see the great savings this May at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com. Proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Bender Realty is helping to keep the community thriving during this pandemic by offering no-contact online tools for buyers and sellers in the real estate market.
Especially in this day and time with COVID, it makes a lot of the buyers are not wanting to get out and walk into someone else's home, and even sellers may not want people in their home. We can actually do a virtual tour with our phones and send it to our clients.
Walk through a property without having to actually be there and see all the intricacies of the property and the things that they may or may not want.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
This is more than a biscuit baker. This is a Hardee's goodness maker. And there are thousands who rise every morning to get your day started with made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits.
That's good. I am a Hardee's biscuit maker.
It's not the easy way, but it's the only way to make Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfasts this good. Choose sausage and egg, country fried steak, or signature gravy. Order ahead on the Hardee's app.
20 years later, we've grown in many ways, but never out of that same customer-first heart to serve. Doing the right thing simply because it's right will earn your business the right way every day, every year. Offering permanent steel roofing and siding at competitive prices. Keeping promises, staying on time for both deliveries and pickups. Making things right when we come up short. Partners like you are the reason Best Buy Metals exists.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
Come see us.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
I love the Cleveland community because I think it's a very warm place to live. It's just a very friendly community, and you don't necessarily have to be born here to fit in. There's a lot of folks that move here and they fall in love with it. I feel like we make our customers feel valued by the way we treat them. We're very welcoming here. We get to know them. We learn their names. We learn their goals, and we try to meet all their financial.
Hi, I'm Brian Poole, sole owner of Pool Serenity Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland. It's going to be more of our discount funeral home and cremation center. We'll offer $895 cremation that will come with a wood urn. Only other charges the family have be for death certificates and permits. That's it. No other hidden charges, no other hidden fees. We have a traditional burial package, $4,595. That does include a casket and the services. You can reach us at www.pfhserenity.com.
Damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes all possible. Enhanced risk for most of our listening area for severe weather. And then according to the National Weather Service, 30 to 44% probability of severe wind greater than 58 miles per hour, 5 to 10% chance of a tornado, and 15 to 30% chance of hail. And as far as timing goes, for our listening area, most likely between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. and all over by around 6 a.m. tomorrow. So keep it here on Mix 104.1 for all the latest. For tomorrow, thunderstorms moving out during the morning, partly cloudy later in the day, a high of 85 and a low of 57. And then on Friday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 74. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 71 degrees.
It's a good reminder, download the free Mix 104.1 app. Even if your power to go out, you can stay with us. We send weather alerts, that sort of thing. Just go and download us at mymix1041.com, our app presented by CHI Memorial.
This weather forecast is brought to you by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Ken Beard, Dr. Brian Beard, and Dr. Baylor Terrell. Call them at 423-476-6541 or visit them online at centerforcosmeticdentistry.com.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios, this is Talk 101.3 The Buzz, WCLE, HD2 and 101.3 FM, W267BI Cleveland.
Cleveland, Athens. Download the Mix 104.1 app at mymix1041.com.
The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making sure the top of your house is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. Stormy Daniels will be back on the stand tomorrow in the New York versus Donald Trump trial after the judge denied their defense's request for a mistrial.
The judge had to warn Stormy Daniels and the prosecution that her testimony gave irrelevant and unnecessary details about her alleged 2006 affair with Trump.
That is Fox's Brooke Singman. The former president denies the affair. Police clashed with protesters, arresting dozens as they cleared encampments at George Washington University in D.C. This just hours before D.C.'s mayor and police chief head to the Hill to testify about ongoing demonstrations. The Biden administration confirming it's holding back the shipment of about 3,500 bombs to Israel over concerns they could be used in Rafah. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 104.1 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. Local and state news at 8:05. We're on Mix 104.1. We're on MixTV.tv. Dr. Jeff Elliott is the new director of Cleveland City Schools. Dr. Elliott, just with us a few minutes ago. If you're just joining us and missed that, go back and watch the interview with Dr. Jeff Elliott, new director of Cleveland City Schools, on MixTV.tv later this morning. He is a veteran of Cleveland City Schools. He is the current chief of staff and brings 30 years of experience to the Cleveland City School District. He's held numerous roles, including teacher, assistant principal, secondary education supervisor, and now the chief of staff, among other positions. Dr. Jeff Elliott voted and approved by the Cleveland Board of Education as the new director of schools yesterday. Speaking of director of schools in Bradley County Board of Education met last night. They had two main topics on their agenda: director of schools, Dr. Linda Cash evaluation, and the renewal of her contract. And several community members spoke to the Board of Education last night supporting Dr. Cash, including Mitchell Simpson of Wright Brothers Construction, Len Voles of the Public Education Foundation, and Mike Griffin, CEO of the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce, all addressed the board in support of Dr. Cash. So we break down the evaluation now. The board gave Dr. Cash a total average score of 2.98 out of a possible 3. So that was her average score. Let's break it down in the different categories. Again, this is a 3-point scale, and in the following categories, Dr. Cash had a perfect 3. Communication, community relations, curriculum, school and community involvement, organizational management, personnel management, school finance budgeting, school improvement, staff development, supervision evaluation, and integrity, fairness, ethics, all one category. She received 2 2.9 scores, and they are school facility management and director and board relations. And the next item was the director of schools contract. 5th District Board of Education member Rachel Goins requested to postpone the contract vote. Her motion failed to receive a second, and ultimately the board passed a new contract that now runs for Dr. Cash into the 2028 school year. And board member Rachel Goins abstained from the vote, the rest of the members voting in favor of the contract. So there you go, some big school news this morning. And now we go to State Senator Adam Lowe here on a pretty busy morning here. Adam, good morning to you, Senator Lowe.
Hey, good morning. Congratulations, Jeff, Linda, on the extension. I'm super stoked about Jeff Elliott being our director of schools in Cleveland. Just good people, you know?
Yeah, he's extremely excited about it, as you might imagine, his, of course, being from here. But I do want to talk to you because, we've wrapped up another legislative session, and I want to talk about some of the things that you personally, some of your achievements during this legislative session. Tell me about the Goods in Tennessee bill. What does that mean?
That was a pretty monumental feat right there. So that's actually a bill that I drafted. Assistant Majority Leader Mark Cochran carried it in the House, and we had to steward that through almost the entirety of session this year. It was ranked the #1 conservative achievement of the 113th legislative session by our colleagues in the House. And so that's just a great honor to have that, being a freshman senator and having written that bill. The Goods in Tennessee bill is really kind of a check on federal overreach. It says that if it does not engage in interstate commerce, it is intrastate commerce and therefore not subject to excessive federal regulation. So this is an important thing. We have an attorney general right now that, if anyone has followed him, knows he is loaded for bear when it comes to federal overreach, and this gives him some teeth going forward to start challenging some really bad case law we've had for some length of time. So I'm real happy to carry that bill. It's the first bill of its kind in Tennessee history. In fact, it's the first bill of its kind in the nation. And so we've got a couple of states asking for that, for model legislation to kind of join in and pass that bill. But I think it'll give us some real clarity as we begin to have a dialogue with the federal government on what's their role when it comes to the lives of Tennesseans and what's the state's role, especially when it comes to things like commerce. Really help our farmers, small businesses, people who are trying to operate really in a local or regional level and don't want to have to deal with just excessive policy writing out of Washington, D.C.
We're joined by Senator Adam Lowe, and I know a couple of laws that are so important to people around here. Ledford's law and Dillard's laws, those laws so poignant.
Yeah, those are close to home. Those strike kind of an emotional chord in our communities, and I was honored that those families would allow me to carry the legacy, both of Dustin and Brittany Dillard and of Dustin Ledford. And both of those laws address the issues around substance abuse and drunk driving, intoxicated driving. Dillard's law addresses what victims have access to when they're trying to recoup for orphans. And then, of course, Ledford's law now that's in place addresses kind of the recidivism piece of those who come out and are reoffenders. So we're glad to have those laws on the books, honoring the legacy of those who tragically left us too soon, but hopefully that their story empowers and saves lives of others.
Joined by Senator Adam Lowe. Fentanyl.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Today's National Fentanyl Awareness Day.
Really?
Interestingly enough, yeah. We're number 2 in overdoses in the nation, Tennessee is, and that is a predominantly East Tennessee epidemic. A lot of that has to do with the 75 corridor that runs north and south. Dan Howell and I stewarded a pretty aggressive fentanyl bill this session that really puts the kind of, puts the twist to those who want to traffic fentanyl and push that garbage in this community. Let's be clear, that is manufactured in China, distributed by cartels out of Mexico, and it's running right up the 75 corridor into East Tennessee. So we were excited to move that bill. It gives our district attorneys some true teeth in prosecuting fentanyl-related deaths in the state. And so on Fentanyl Awareness Day, I will repeat the message that I have for about 2 years since I was elected. Do not bring that trash to Tennessee, and if you are involved in that economy, we're going to get you.
We're joined by Senator Adam Lowe, and some of your achievements and working with the legislature. So $800 million in annual tax cuts to small business. Tell me about that.
That's right. Over the past 2 sessions, we have had an excessive surplus in revenue in the state of Tennessee. Tennessee does not have an income tax, thank God. And so anytime we over-collect in taxation, we have to cut taxes or spend it back to the community to get that back to families. And so it has been decided over the past 2 legislative cycles that we would send some of that money back in tax cuts to small businesses and families. You saw a food tax last year. You saw a reduction in the F&E tax. This year, we chose to cut franchise excise taxation. That came on the heels of some court rulings at the federal level, which allowed us to kind of look internally and say, you know what, there's been some inequitability. There's been some small businesses and large businesses that have overpaid taxes. And Tennessee, rather than waiting on some court to tell us what to do, did the right thing, made those adjustments, and made those tax cuts. And all of that because we have the ability to do that, because we're in an economically prosperous state. So we think Tennessee's a great place to do business and a great place to bring jobs, and we want people to continue to do that.
Talking about school safety, the legislature approved that bill where under training and under that sort of thing, teachers could be armed. Obviously, Bradley County and Cleveland City said they're comfortable with what they have with the SROs. Where do you stand on that as far as what the legislature?
Well, I supported the bill, and there's a lot of misnomers around what that bill is. Everybody likes to throw out little quirks like arming teachers, and that's not what the bill does at all. What you saw in Bradley County and Cleveland with them choosing not to engage in that is exactly what the bill's supposed to do. Leave it up to local assessment. The bill gives localities the permission to engage in that program if they feel that there's a hole left in the SRO program. Cleveland and Bradley County were very clear, very robust, SRO program in both systems. Those SROs are both trained and adequately armed. We have fortified institutions here in Bradley County. They just didn't fill the gap, but we have some communities that do fill that gap. And so you will see a small minority of communities engage in that program to start. But the biggest thing is your sheriff, your director of schools, your principal all have to be in agreement that that's necessary. If a teacher wants to engage and be part of the active shooter and safety plan and carry that weapon, they undergo equivalent post-training that deputies undergo. They undergo mental health evaluations. Again, this is not just an arbitrary everybody bring your gun to school kind of day. This is a very strategic program to fill a gap in very few communities in Tennessee and leaves that decision up to the local level. So I commend, and this is what I appreciate about our local schools here in Southeast Tennessee, they looked at it. They looked at their safety plan. They said, is there a place for this for us? And they assessed and said, no, we don't feel that there's a gap to fill, and that's a testament to what they're already doing. So very proud of our systems, and want folks to understand that don't always believe just the headline or byline you read. Get down into the weeds on what something really does.
Then $1 billion in additional funding for public education with this legislation.
Oh yeah, this is so. And I'm sure we'll hit the voucher bill a little bit, but. You know, we got lost in the weeds this session on $144 million for school choice, and we're forgetting the fact that over the past 6 years, we're up $1.6 billion. And when you look at both school safety, teacher pay increases, and everything, we're about another $1 billion towards that. In fact, just to the TISA formula this year was another $250 million to public education. So you're seeing the most aggressive investment in public education in Tennessee history over the past few years. I think that will continue. Minimum pay for starting teachers being moved up to $50,000 a year. I told someone yesterday that puts you at the 70th percentile in income in our area. I mean, that's your fastest way to become, through a white-collar career, to enter the upper, third of income in our area is to become a teacher. So for those of you out there, become teachers. It's a great career. Tennessee's a great place to teach. We have great families that need your effort there. That being said, public education's part of the big umbrella that we call education. And so we did talk about some things outside of public education that we want to do this legislative session, but let's not lose sight on the fact that we're continuing to put just historic amounts of funding into public ed.
And my final question, so what did happen with the school voucher bill?
The things I said would happen on your show months prior. We never had one uniform bill on that. That happens sometimes. Sometimes you discuss the concept. The thing about the legislature is we have to discuss them openly, and so they're subject to criticism out the gate, but we never had one uniform bill. I think most people, in fact, polling's pretty clear in our community, most families support school choice. It's not a very high priority in our area because people are very satisfied with public schooling in our district, but again, what we're looking for, just like with the arming teachers bill, is for those, sometimes we have to represent the minority. There is a minority of families who are looking for the right fit for their students. And this isn't, I've had people say, we've never done anything like this. Well, not true at all. I mean, I equate this to when we decided to allow veterans to take veterans benefits to private hospitals and private care providers. We said you no longer have to go to the VA for your medical treatment. We're going to allow you to use veteran benefits to go where you feel your care can be best addressed. This is the same kind of protocol here. We're not going to require you to walk into public education. We want to give you the access to go where you feel your needs are going to be best addressed, whether your special needs, whether you have a child with autism, whether you have a child that's got a disability, deaf, blind, or you have an exceptional student that is achieving out the marks and you feel like a private school is going to meet their needs the best. But I think you'll see those conversations continue on what that looks like going forward. The biggest misnomer around the voucher bills have been that it somehow handcuffs or will cripple public education. Again, with the historic investments we've had in public ed, that's simply not accurate. There's no indication that us doing for a small minority is going to create some mass stress on our public educational institutions. But at the same breath, we have a problem in Tennessee, which is we do not have a lot of other options beyond public education. And that is a market question. So I say to all the educators out there who want to see a more robust offering outside of public ed, get to it. You got to create some private schools parents want to attend. We have a few small budding ones in our county. We got some that are still operational that have gone up and down. But what we want is for families to feel like they can make the best decision for their children. And what that looks like going forward, we'll continue to have those conversations.
Senator Law, I appreciate your time very much. Thank you for the update.
Hey, thank you, Steve. And we hope to see you dancing in Dancing with the Stars next year.
Oh, yeah.
You were there. You mentioned being there.
Yeah, I was there. I was a judge.
There was a challenge issued on the floor that if Steve would dance in Dancing with the Stars for the Boys and Girls Clubs next year, that he would donate $2,000.
Yeah, wait, no. Tim would donate $1,000.
No, he upped it. He doubled his offering.
Well, I said $2,000 for Bridget for not dancing.
Well, we'll accept that donation.
Here's what I will nominate Bridget. Bridget's been asked 8 years,
But
never done.
Bridget can dance. We want to watch you fail miserably on the stage. We don't want to see somebody who can dance.
Kind of like Emmendorfer or some of those guys.
We just want to see you choke,
We
completely
want to see
choke.
him fail. Just tune into MixTV every morning.
That's good money. I agree. Thanks,
We
Steve.
got to run. Thanks, Senator.
Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance, 2334 Keith Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777.
All right, time for our obituary program brought to you by Pool Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland. Betty Jean Hyde, age 95, resident of Cleveland, went home to be with the Lord on Sunday, May 5th at a local health care facility. Longtime member of the Macedonia Baptist Church. Arranges by the Pool Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland for Betty Jean Hyde, age 95 of Cleveland, went home to be with the Lord on Sunday, May the 5th. Longtime member, our friends at Macedonia Baptist Church. And that is the obituary program brought to you by Pool Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on Northley Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there, and as always, if you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid of Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by the Cleveland Family YMCA. The YMCA offers swim lessons. They offer group, private, and semi-private lessons. You can stop by the Cleveland Family YMCA or give them a call at 423-476-5573. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak.
Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland is hiring case selectors. Starting pay at $19 an hour. Earning potential up to $23 an hour plus incentive pay. Additional $2 an hour night shift premium. And you're eligible to earn a $3,000 stay bonus. Flexible schedules and great benefits at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland. They have open interviews Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 11 a.m. and from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at job.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
Shh, it's Dad. Shh. Hey, Dad.
Just wanted to make sure that you're not giving away the free adjustable bases with the iCool and L&K set. And definitely don't sell our new 45th anniversary mattresses for $5.99 in any size.
Yeah, we're definitely not doing any of that.
Okay, good.
Right now at Mermaid through Memorial Day, get a free adjustable base upgrade with any iCool or L&K set, or $5.99 your choice any size on our new 45th anniversary mattress. But shh, don't tell my dad.
Your sleep, handmade, hand delivered.
Are you a business owner and looking to help your employees out with health care? Direct Primary Care Associates has helped Pastor Ed Lipsey and the staff at South Cleveland Church of God and their families.
One of my deacons, Tim Sams, brought the information to me about Direct Primary Health Care and shared with me what they did, and we reached out to them, and I thought it would be a good supplement for all of our staff members. And so my family and then all the staff members at South Cleveland are all on a plan here, and I think everyone has absolutely enjoyed it thoroughly, and it's definitely unique. It's like no other doctor's office that I've ever had in my life. It's nice to be able to make a phone call just to ask a question and not feel like that you're burdening your physician. They do a tremendous job of making themselves available to you, and I think that's a forgotten thing in most practices today. People have become just so busy, so distracted, so professional that availability doesn't seem to be as important as it was 40, 50 years ago. It's been one of the greatest relationships of my ministry.
If you'd like to learn more about Direct Primary Care Associates, visit our website at directpca.com or call 423-650-4831.
Tomorrow morning, along with flash flooding. We are under a flood watch for our listening area. Damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes, all possible. We're under an enhanced risk for most of our listening area for severe weather. And then from the National Weather Service, a 30 to 44% probability of severe wind greater than 58 miles per hour, 5 to 10% chance of a tornado, and 15 to 30% chance of hail. And then as far as timing goes, most likely between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m., and all out of here by 6 a.m. tomorrow. So keep it here on Mix 104.1 for all the latest as we keep you up to date. And then for tomorrow, thunderstorms moving out and then giving way to partly cloudy skies throughout the day. A high of 85 and a low of 57 tomorrow evening. And then on Friday, a few clouds, but mainly sunny with a high of 74. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 73 degrees.
And with the severe weather, it's a great time to download the free Mix 104.1 app if you've not. We send out severe weather alerts, that sort of thing. Our app presented by CHI Memorial. Free download from our website at mymix1041.com.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix, family-owned business serving Cleveland for over 40 years. Call them at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
All right, it's 8:27. We are joined now by Karyn McCormick and also Kennon Hulton, and they have a brand new business called Barks and Recreation.
That's right.
I love it. How are you ladies?
We're good. How are you?
Great to see both of you. And I tell you what, who wants to begin here?
I'll start.
Kennon, you want to start? Tell us about Barks and Recreation. What's it all about?
Yeah, so we're Cleveland's newest dog boarding and doggy daycare facility. And we just want to help our busy customers, and we know they have busy lives, and take care of their pets while they're on vacation or on trips or even just for the workday, so their pet is not just cooped up and bored. They can have peace of mind knowing it's they're going to be looked after and busy and get some exercise in and have a good day.
So, what happens when they drop their pets off at Barks and Recreation, let's say for the day? What's going to happen with them? What's the pet's going to be doing?
So we have several different play areas that are indoor. We've got one that's outdoor. We're working on our second one now for our outdoor play areas. So even when it's severe weather outside, they'll still be playing. We have a great staff that they really get to know the dogs and know who likes who and who's friends with who and who might not get along. So
are these humans or dogs? Sounds like can go both ways.
Be surprised.
So they're put in an area where they're most comfortable.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And they play and have a good time. We're joined by Kennon Hulton, Karyn McCormick, Barks and Recreation. All right. So tell me about the name. How'd that happen?
Well, we actually have had that name for quite a while.
Have you?
About 10 years. My husband and I have been thinking about this.
Really?
And Ryan and Kennon came and decided, hey, we need to do something. And we said, we have an idea.
Well, I mean, because obviously there's a TV show, Parks and Recreation, which is very funny. Did that have anything to do with it? Nothing whatsoever.
It didn't. I didn't even know that existed.
Okay. Well, okay. Good. NBC will not sue you, I guarantee you. Barks and Recreation. Kennon, really what caused you guys to join up here and want to do this overall?
When we started talking about it, we saw that there was really a need for more, especially doggy daycare in the area. And we are on the south end of town, south end of the county, and there's nothing like that around there. So for customers that they're coming from Polk County or on the south end of town or even downtown, like we are the most convenient location. And so we saw there was a need for that and just jumped on board, thought it would be a fun adventure.
Certainly. So, all right. So, where are you specifically? And then I want to get the information and how people can find out about you.
We're on Old Power Line Road, which is close to Whirlpool. It's convenient to downtown, to 64, Benton Pike, that area. We have a really nice facility. We built our building, so we were able to custom design it specifically for our needs, for cleanliness and space. It's a big building, so there's plenty of room.
It's Barks and Recreation, Karyn McCormick, Kennon Hulton. All right, so how can people find out more about Barks and Recreation?
You can visit us on Instagram, a Facebook page. You can download our app. It's super easy to use. You can make reservations. You can load all your information on there. And then our website is about to launch as well.
Oh, very, very good. Barks and Recreation. Anything you want to add here before we go?
We do. We want to say thank you to all the teachers for Teacher Appreciation this week. So we do have a special for teachers going right now. It's 25% off of at least 2 days of boarding or daycare. And that coupon code would be Teacher25.
All right. So you heard that. 25% off for teachers. Is that through the week. Is that right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, I have a hard time. You know, you get more than one sentence, I lose it. Anyway, 25% off for teachers this week. And how do they claim that again?
They can load our app onto their phone through Google Play or Apple Store.
Sure.
And you can make a reservation on there, and you can use the coupon code as well.
And what's that code?
Teacher 25.
Teacher 25. Karyn, Kennon, thank you very much. It's great to see both of you.
Thank you.
Check them out, Parks and Recreation. All right. Coming up, it's the exclusive announcement of the 2024 class of the Cleveland High School Hall of Fame. Yet another Hall of Fame that Bridget will never be in. So we're looking forward to that. Why? We're looking forward to that. All right. You're in several halls of shame, actually. All right. At 8:32.
This news update is brought to you by Newlyweds Foods. Newlyweds Foods is hiring. Call them at 423-559-0909 or visit newlywedsfoods.jobs.net and search Cleveland Jobs.
The Town Squire is your Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com. Proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
Then we have the first and exclusive announcement of the 2024 class of the Cleveland High School Hall of Fame. But a very important forecast today with severe weather bearing down on us apparently. It's the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
It's time to get a better night's sleep. Take advantage of Memorial Day savings with up to $800 off Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets at Mermaid Mattress.
All right, for today, a chance of a few rain showers throughout the day. And then for tonight, strong to severe storms overnight and then into tomorrow morning, along with flash flooding. We are under a flood watch for our listening area. Damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes all possible. We are under an enhanced risk for severe weather for most of our listening area. And according to the National Weather Service, 30 to 44% probability of severe wind, greater than 58 miles per hour, 5 to 10% chance of a tornado, and 15 to 30% chance of hail. And then as far as timing goes, most likely between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. for our listening area. And then it should all be out of here by around 6 a.m. tomorrow. So temperatures for today, high of 83 and a low of 68. For tomorrow, thunderstorms moving out in the morning and then partly cloudy later in the day, a high of 85 and a low of 57. And then on Friday, mainly sunny with a high of 74. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 73 degrees.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Life Care Center of Cleveland, celebrating more than 45 years of serving the needs of this aging community. Life Care Center of Cleveland.
All right, good morning, everybody. Mix 1041, MixTV.tv. And I'm joined now by our friends, use that term loosely for a couple of you, for the Cleveland High School.
Ow.
Cleveland High.
Man, we're going to be nice to you. We'd already decided to be nice to you this morning, Steve, and now you're being rude.
No, you're nice on the air, but I mean, I can show you some text messages. But anyway, now I will say, Karen Hall and I, where did we find ourselves the other day? Where were we?
It was at Chewy's,
Chewy's.
on prom night.
On prom night. Yeah. I skipped prom again.
Were you dressed? Did you have your sequin gown on and your?
We did.
I had my tux
Are you talking
on.
to Steve with his sequin gown?
His sequin
Well, it's kind of, you know what? It was kind of like prom night back when I was in high school. I basically sat by myself. My family was in another booth. So anyway, I wore my tux.
Deodorant, Steve. That would help.
That's
A little deodorant.
The cool thing is that the two Reagans were together.
The two Reagans were together.
They were.
Hey, listen, though, we got some business to do here. It's a big, big morning, and I want to begin with Autumn O'Brien. You know, you brought this idea to Cleveland High. I've told you, in all sincerity, it's one of your probably lasting legacies, this Hall of Fame idea. Guess what, 2013 or 14?
2013.
Okay, well, I got in 14, so that 13 doesn't count. Anyway,
that's when it all really
Karyn and I.
That's when the plaque started falling off the wall.
downhill from there.
Yeah,
It was really strange.
That was the dress rehearsal,
That
and
was
then
the
we were the
dress-
first
Oh
one.
yeah.
How
Look
are
at
you in
that
the
class.
same? How are you in the same Hall of Fame with Karen Hall?
I know.
Like
I'm in the
she's
Hall of
way
Shame.
above.
Autumn, talk about the formation of this.
You know, it's been just such a great thing, and one of the things when I was named principal in 2009 that we just heard over and over again was alumni connection and community. And so I had come from a school who had celebrated the turn of the millennium with a Hall of Fame ceremony, and so Eric Phillips at the time and I went and visited, and then we went to a couple of others just to kind of see what they could look like. And I guess the thing I really loved about this was, you know, I'm an athlete and I was a former coach, and so every time you hear the name Hall of Fame, you always think of something athletics. Or I grew up near Cleveland, Ohio, so I think of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But we're not, we don't think of necessarily like about just field of endeavor and like and people who leave Cleveland High School and just do amazing things outside of you know, the arts or athletics. So we really wanted to focus on that exact piece, and we've been really honored to be able to have just such an array. And we were talking out in the lobby about just you know, it's fun the night before we announce, because we get to call all of these folks and just hearing their stories, and they're literally from all over the country, which is a really great endeavor for us.
Bob Pritchard, Principal Cleveland High. This is, it's truly a tremendous, it's an honor for the honorees, but it's also a great time for the whole school, isn't it?
It really is. It's one of my favorite times of the year, maybe the favorite day of the year other than graduation. I really enjoy it. Really would like to watch the guys come back and talk to our students and go in and helps our students to see, you know, that anything's possible. Like, we've got a lot of really cool people that have graduated from Cleveland High School, and listen to kids ask them questions, and they've always been so personable with us. And so honored and so appreciated to be back in the building. It's a really fun time.
Karyn Hall, I know it meant an awful lot to you, didn't it?
Absolutely. Just that you're honored by your peers or a family member who nominated you, that feels like what you're doing means a lot. And then also as a role model for the next generation. Like, who knows what these kids want to be, but they see and hear from a wide array of different occupations or who they are and what they are. So it's cool for them to come back and tell their story.
Caroline Corrigan's the communications director. What has it meant to you the past couple of years?
You know, this has been amazing. I've been able to really tell the stories of these alumni who have some incredible resumes. You know, I think of Ben Murphy last year, Allison Pryor. I mean, those are just to name a few. I mean, it's no secret that the alumni are super successful.
All right. Here we go, down to business. Who's, I'll just turn it over to,
Okay, yeah, sure.
The
Well,
founder.
I do want to say, too, you know, every year we have close to 60 nominees. And so we always encourage folks, we leave the nomination open year-round. It closes May 1st every year for the following cohort. But we had 60 nominees this year, and sometimes it takes several years. Someone gets nominated, and it may take several years for them to get in, but we have settled on 9. So we're really excited to announce. And I'm going to start off with a hometown hero around these parts, and that is Danny Carson, class of 1970. He obviously is a retired educator and coach, but coached football, baseball for a really long time. The baseball field and the legacy that the Carson brothers brought to that baseball field has been a huge piece of the history of Cleveland High School, and we're really excited to celebrate Danny. Ted was inducted a few years ago, and so we're excited that his brother Danny can join the club.
And I will follow that with the Tony Cavett, class of 1972. He was a tennis professional and a college coach.
Well, and he, let me tell you something. He was one of my dearest friends, and Tony taught the game. Matter of fact, he was he would teach professionals, honestly.
Yeah.
And I mean, Tony Cavett, Karyn, I mean, you can't.
His
you don't get much better
legacy,
than Tony.
exactly. His legacy continues.
I'm so happy for Gina and the Cavetts. God bless them.
So our next one is 1987 graduate Mitch Patel, an entrepreneur, president, CEO of Vision Hospitality Group.
Yeah.
And the next one is one of my really good friends, Mr. Mark Miles, who may or may not have cried last night when he was told that he was inducted in the Hall of Fame. So he said he's going to be lucky to get through the speech without crying. So we're proud
The
of him.
kids love him.
Oh my gosh.
Fan favorite on Raider Drive.
Yes,
Fan
one of the
favorite
best
on
math
Raider
teachers I
Drive
worked
for
with.
for sure. Tyrus Smart, graduate of 1994. Super cool story that he was a big part of the Pfizer vaccine for COVID. So his work is in clinical research. And so he currently is the director of clinical operations for North America at Icon. So we're really excited to hear his story. He had a really cool nomination.
We called him Tiger back in the day, and that was how he was Tyrus, but we all called him Tiger.
There you go.
And next up is Ashley Watson Johnson, class of 1996, and she's a psychiatrist.
Let me tell you, and I graduated actually, and she went to the Air Force before that, but she is one of the funniest people God ever made. So I can't wait to hear her speech.
Yes.
She will be great.
So we have Cleveland City School 2003 graduate Adam Moss, who is an educator and works in our district office.
And next we have Melissa Claire Hoffer Barnett, another really good friend of mine. She's a class of 2004 graduate. She's done a lot of cool things, including teaching at one time, math teacher. But she is now the athletic director at St. John Newman Catholic School.
What? And where is it?
That's up in the Knoxville area.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
My goodness, she's great.
Yeah, she
and
is.
we've got another one, guys.
Yes.
The one in
Oh, man.
Talk about a fan favorite.
Yes,
so
for
last
everybody.
night I actually happened to be with this inductee. My husband picked him up to take him to a ball game. And he walked in, and the gate worker said, "We don't charge Hall of Famers."
No, that's
so we
awesome.
are so excited that we are inducting T-Bone, our Terrence Goldston from the class of 2012. Terrence actually has been working at the Animal Medical Hospital as an assistant for many years, and every day after work he walks to Raider Arena. And you probably know T-Bone for his sideline personality in both football and basketball. He's been a longtime Blue Raider, and he is now a longtime softball supporter as well. He's with basketball, football, but he is just a legend of this town, and we're super excited. And talk about speeches. That one might be the off the charts for sure.
That's gonna be fun. What a great class, and so you're hearing it first here. Hey, Karyn, talk about the criteria. A lot of people ask me that. They'll say, hey, how do I get so-and-so in the Cleveland High Hall of Fame?
It's really a simple process. There is on chsraiders.com, there is a tab for the alumni. There is the Hall of Fame application there. There's 4 qualifications. You guys help me out. Heart of a Raider.
Well, try it here in writing. I mean, I don't,
Where?
it's at the bottom.
Where? You're better. Well, then you tell me, Steve. What are the 4? Heart of a Raider.
Wow.
Remember.
Heart of a Raider.
Gee, this ain't a
Community
quiz. Give me a
service.
pop
Impact.
quiz. You're not even an
Impact
educator. Like, that's mean.
Life of service. Yeah,
life of service.
Right, he's just trying to make you look
trying to be
bad.
mean.
That's what.
Bridget, girl.
No. Bob Pritchard, when's this going to happen?
September the 13th. See, I studied that one.
Okay.
I knew that
He
was
was
gonna be
ready for
asked.
that question.
I was ready for that
You
question.
slipped me a 20 earlier.
I did. That's right.
Anyway,
Bribery still works.
September 13th at the Raider Arena.
It is.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep,
9 o'clock.
And then we will recognize them again at halftime of the football game that night.
Yes.
What game is that?
Farragut.
Knoxville Farragut.
Yeah.
Caroline Corrigan, anything you want to add here?
No, just that this is always a really exciting time, I think, for Cleveland High School. And it's also really exciting to see just how involved these students get with these alumni. I mean, these alumni get to travel the halls again and talk to a lot of classes and a lot of students. And I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
Bob Pritchard, and I'll give Autumn the final word here. But Bob, anything you want to add here before we go?
No, just it's exciting. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to get to call these people and hear their stories and listen to Mark Miles cry a little bit. I always get to make fun of him a little bit. So
you'll be back with us tomorrow morning about Cleveland High graduation.
That's exactly right.
Say that to remind you to be here.
Okay.
No. Autumn, I'll give you the final word here. What a great class.
We're just so excited to celebrate these 9 inductees. And I just want to kind of reiterate the nomination process because we do get a lot of questions about the nomination process. We leave the application open year-round. So if you're listening right now and you're like, oh, this person should be someone in the Hall of Fame, get their nomination together. I would encourage you to be as thorough as possible. One thing that we really committed to over the past 2 years was if we had somebody who had been on the list for a while that we felt was a really good candidate, but maybe their nomination wasn't strong, we've reached out and asked for more information to be able to kind of beef that nomination up. The reason being is, as in a lot of things, we do a lot of the selection online, virtually, and so really the nomination is a big part of them being selected. So we want to make sure that we have really accurate information. We want to make sure that we have thorough information. So if you're listening now and you've got someone that you feel should be recognized or would be a great Hall of Fame candidate, put together a great nomination. And if we can help in any way, email us. We certainly would help walk through that nomination process. But we're just super proud to have, like I said, we had close to 60 nominations. Wow. And that's been about the average, 50 to 60 every year. And we're just really thrilled that we can just continue to celebrate our alum. This is our 11th year, and Cleveland High School is doing great things, and we know that this is just something that's going to continue for a long time.
And like you told me earlier, you're a little upset Patrick Spangler stole your idea at Bradley. And I don't know why you're so upset. I mean, they go back over 100 years.
I know. Patrick,
again, as you told me earlier, he's stealing from you.
No,
Patrick,
man.
Once again.
He is stirring it up.
I know.
And his son's got a birthday today. Is that right?
Happy birthday.
Let me repeat the class here quickly. Danny Carson, Tony Cabot, Mitch Patel, Mark Allen Miles, Tyra Smart, Ashley Watson Johnson, Adam Moss, Melissa Claire Hoffer Barnett, and T-Bone Golston. Are you kidding me? Terrence T-Bone Golston. My goodness, you guys have done it again. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for
All right, we are going to take a quick break here and come back with more in just a moment. Mix 1041, MixTV.tv. Actually, it's our CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial, hello human kindness.
Stroke is the #1 cause of adult disability. At CHI Memorial, a team of stroke specialists offer comprehensive neurovascular services, including advanced care for stroke, aneurysms, brain and spine tumors, and other neurologic conditions. Learn more at memorial.org/stroke.
Solutions Finance of Tennessee, your hometown lender, locally owned and operated.
When most people think of plumbing and electrical supply houses, there's an idea that they're just for plumbers or electricians or builders to shop at. Wholesale Supply is proud to be open to the public and proud to serve our communities. By supplying the best quality products for the best prices with the best service guaranteed, Wholesale Supply is your one-stop shop for everything plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more. Helping build communities in the Southeast for over 80 years is just what we do.
One of their 3-game set in Atlanta. As Braves win 4-2 tonight, 7:20 Braves and Red Sox right here on your nighttime Braves station, Mix 1041, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. NBA playoffs, Eastern Conference semifinals got underway last night. Celtics over the Cleveland Cavaliers, 120-95. Celtics lead 1-0. Western Conference semifinals, Thunder beat the Mavericks in Oklahoma City, 117-95. Thunder lead that 1-0. District 5, let's go local now. District 5 4A softball tournament. Walker Valley beat McMinn County last night, 4-1, eliminated McMinn. Then they defeated Cleveland High School, 3-2 in softball last night, district tournament. So now Walker Valley and Cleveland will play for the district championship. They moved the game time up to 5:30 at Walker Valley because of the impending severe weather. So they'll play at 5:30 at Walker Valley. If Walker Valley wins again, they play another game either tonight or at some point for the championship. District 6 4A softball championship last night. East Hamilton defeated Bradley Central 11-2. East Hamilton's win forces a second championship game tonight. Lake Forest Lady Bruins softball defeated Signal Mountain 2-1. They go to the district championship game against East Hamilton. That's scheduled for tonight at 6 o'clock at Frost Field in downtown Chattanooga. Lake Forest Bruins baseball over Loftus Middle last night, 2-0. They advanced the district championship, scheduled for today at 4:30 at Soddy Daisy. Also, soccer last night in the district tournament. Walker Valley shut out Ray County 5-0. Cleveland High School over McMinn County 4-2. Cleveland, Walker Valley in the district championship Friday at noon right there. That is sports, sponsored in part by Solutions Finance of Tennessee. And we'll come back with more and more interviews coming up in just a moment. Stand by.
This is Mountain View Nissan Country.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Our legal system is complex, and your case may impact several areas of the law. Don't just hire a lawyer who focuses on one thing. Hire a team of experienced attorneys ready to handle your case wherever it may lead. Call Logan Thompson, one of the area's most respected law firms. From personal injury to criminal and family law, from contract disputes to disability, the team at Logan Thompson will work together to ensure you are well represented and well compensated. Logan Thompson, we fight to win.
p.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern Time, and that highest window, if you want to refine that even more, likely between 7 p.m. and 1 a.m. Entire coverage area, all modes of severe weather going to be possible, including damaging winds, large hail, and even tornadoes here across the Tennessee Valley. So just really one of those days where you need to pay close attention to your weather app and make sure you have multiple ways of receiving those severe alerts. Now here's a look at your radar this morning. Relatively quiet here across the Tennessee Valley, but already seeing some of that severe weather ramping up across portions of Kentucky back towards Arkansas. Some heavy rain along this boundary. So again, these areas we're going to have to watch this morning, but here locally, no severe weather as of now. We do have a couple of showers coming down into the northern part of Bledsoe County, also south of Altamont and southern Grundy, getting a little bit of heavy rain. But outside of that, your morning commute looking pretty good. But again, that will be something to be mindful of later today as those downpours start to develop. Here's a look at your temperatures. A very warm morning here in Chattanooga, 75, 69 in Lafayette, 70 in Calhoun, same for Athens. We're also going to have to watch that potential for flash flooding. So, of course, we have the severe threat, but some of these storms are going to put down some really heavy rain as well. So we have flash flood watches in effect for the green shade here from Chattanooga northbound until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And again, as these storms push through, could drop quite a bit of rain. Some areas could locally have as much as 4 to 6 inches of rainfall in a short amount of time. So we're going to have to watch that closely. You know, that severe threat, the flash flooding threat, just a lot going on later today into Thursday morning. So again, just be sure to pay close attention to the weather. Now, one of the ingredients you need is what we call CAPE, or storm fuel, and we're going to have plenty of it coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, just that warm, moist air mass. We're also going to have wind shear, which is where the winds are changing direction as you get higher up, which allows some of these storms to rotate. So we have multiple ingredients that we need for severe weather. So we're going to have to watch that closely today. And then by Thursday morning, things will start to die down as some drier and more stable air starts to move in. But as we go through the afternoon, tracking out your radar, again, there's going to be the potential for some pop-up downpours. But by about 5, 6 o'clock, we could have these individual cells develop, which could contain large hail, damaging wind gusts, and maybe even a spin-up tornado. So out of front of the main cluster that's going to be coming through early Thursday morning, we're going to have to watch the development of these individual cells. So as we get into the late evening, again, the coverage is not going to be all that high, but any storm that develops could pack a punch. And then as we get into the overnight hours, notice these cells kind of clustering up together. This main line going to start to push to the south and continue through the early morning hours on Thursday. And then by about 7 o'clock, most of this should be pushing across North Georgia, and then we'll have more stable air behind this, and the severe threat will start to end here across the Tennessee Valley. So
And normally we'd say we save the best for last, but actually we try to get rid of this guest, but he's showed up anyway. All right, Bridget, first over to you.
Aubrey Heisinger is 14 today, an 8th grader at Ocoee Middle School. Tammy Johnston also celebrating today. That's from Kenny, Jared, Brandon, Josh, and Becca. Houston Spangler, 7 years old today. His dad, Patrick, called that in. And Emmy Jam Parker is having a birthday today. That is from Nana and Grandpa. They love her very much. And then Evan Gatley is having a birthday today. That is from his mom. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. At Simmons Bank, they have something for everyone to help you manage your finances with ease and security. Call Ken Do, 423-381-3427.
Such a busy week. It's Mother's Day week. In addition to Teacher and Nurses Appreciation Week, Bridget, I do want to talk about our Mother Like No Other contest, Mix 1041, MixTV.tv. It's all presented by Alchemy Med Spa and Wellness Center. Let me say this about Alchemy. A lot of people have been going from Cleveland to Chattanooga for years. They now have the location, they have had for several months, downtown Cleveland at First Street Square. It's a beautiful location, Alchemy Med Spa and Wellness Center. I'll tell you what, Bridget, if you will, let's talk about the grand prize right here.
That's right. So you'll win from Alchemy Med Spa and Wellness Center a spa basket filled with all sorts of great things. It includes a $250 gift card toward any service from Alchemy. Also a dozen roses from Perry's Petals, a free day of doggy daycare from Paws and Claws, lunch or dinner for two from Old Fort Restaurant, a free mani-pedi from Udawa Nail Bar, dinner for four from Taziki's, and then 5 tanning sessions and a moisturizing session from the Tanning Company.
All right, register now. You can call or text in at call the volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 423-614-6499, or text our Cleveland State Cougar line at, you put the coup in Cougar, 423, I don't know what that means, 423-614-6499, and we'll take them right now. The registrations for your mom or a mom you love. Lee McChesney joins us, Cleveland State Community College. I can't believe you still work there.
Yes, enjoying it, having fun, great people to work with, and
not what you said off the air.
Helping students. Well, I'm not going to talk about what you said off the air. I'm just glad you're awake this morning, so we'll start from there.
Hey, Lee, before we get to Cleveland State business, you have a big event coming up. A couple of big announcements. I know some friends of yours. Dr. Jeff Elliott named director of Cleveland City Schools yesterday.
Yes, I was very excited to hear that last night. I was actually up at the Tennessee baseball game yesterday with Mark Smith and John Squires and Dr. White. We went up and enjoyed it and heard it on the way up. So very, very excited for Jeff. I've known him for a long time. He was principal at the middle school when our children were there. So just great opportunity for him, excited for what he's going to bring to the Cleveland City school system and how he'll move it forward.
Dr. Cash, her contract extended through 2028. Yesterday, I know she's been a great partner to Cleveland State over the years.
She has. She's done a tremendous job. I mean, you think about the the addition of the Pie Center, kind of her vision. Really enjoyed working with her when I was at the YMCA. She was a great supporter there. She continues to be a supporter there, as well as what we're trying to do, partnering with the school system for Cleveland State. So glad to see that she'll continue to be with the Bradley County Schools.
You've got a big scholarship dinner coming up. Tell me about this.
That's right, Steve. We've got it's our Mi Sueño Scholarship Dinner, and I was very glad to see you had your radar up this morning and said, that's a Spanish scholarship.
Well, now we got Fiesta. I know this stuff, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just glad to see you were in tune this morning.
Exactly.
But this is our second annual Mi Sueño Scholarship Dinner. It'll be held on Tuesday, May 14th, starting at 6 p.m. St. Therese Catholic Church in their gymnasium. We filled up the multipurpose room at our Health and Science Center last year, so we're looking for growth and moved it to St. Therese. But it's May 14th at 6 o'clock. And this is a scholarship we established last year to help individuals who want to work toward a college degree or a certificate and help better the Hispanic community. Our goal is to give students the opportunity to earn an associate's degree in any of the areas that we offer associate's degree, or in our workforce non-credit certificate programs. It's the only scholarship we have that can be used for certificate programs like HVAC, plumbing, electrical, construction, the culinary program we do with the county jail system and things. So it's a great opportunity, for them to come. We've got, I want to thank 3 sponsors this morning, our gold sponsors, Southeast Bank and Vocker, and then Super Carniceris, Lowe, grocery store here in town, and then El Maguey is the restaurant that's sponsoring the dinner. But just want to encourage folks, if you would like to help support this dinner, tickets are only $40. You have the dinner. We've got our 3 students that are received the scholarship this past year. They're going to be sharing their story, and it's really neat to hear their story because all 3 of them are in our nursing program, and all 3 of them are first-generation college students. The first generation in their families to go to college. So glad to be able to help them. But the dinner, again, Tuesday, May 14th, 6 o'clock, St. Therese. Tickets are $40. You can go to mycs.cc/Mi Sueño to purchase your tickets. And Mi Sueño is spelled, Steve, just for you.
Here we go.
MISUENO. MISUENO.
I took 4 years of Spanish. I can count to about 10, but I do have Yvette Bond here who's leading the way. Well, Lee, it sounds like a wonderful time. Tuesday night, St. Therese Catholic Church, and it's a great opportunity. Cleveland State also new president, Dr. Andy White. He hasn't fired you yet, which is amazing.
Well, that's true.
Too bad.
He's doing a wonderful job.
He's a great guy. I like him a lot.
He's hit the ground running.
Yes, he has.
Spent a lot of time working with our faculty and staff and developing his plan for moving the college forward. So look forward to see what his vision is and where we're going to go with him, but excited to have him on campus and working with him.
Lee McChesney, thanks so much.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate your support of Cleveland State.
Get out. Nobody cares. All right. Our longtime friend, Lee is on, if you're watching MixTV.tv, the Mi Sueño Scholarship Dinner, Tuesday night, St. Therese Catholic. All right. Let me get a quick news update right here. And a couple of big stories this morning in education. One is that Cleveland City Schools has a new school director, a 30-plus year veteran of Cleveland City Schools. He is Dr. Jeff Elliott. Dr. Elliott voted on and approved by the Cleveland Board of Education over 2 other finalists. Dr. Elliott joined us. If you're just joining us now, Dr. Elliott was with us early this morning in studio for his first interview. And so you can go back and watch that interview on MixTV.tv. And another major story this morning, the Bradley County Board of Education presented Dr. Linda Cash, Director of Schools evaluation. She scored a 2.98 overall total average out of a possible 3 on her evaluation. And then her contract was extended by most of the Board of Education until 2028. I say that because at the meeting last night, Bradley County Board of Education, 5th District Board member Rachel Goins requested to postpone the contract vote. Her motion failed to receive a second. Then ultimately, the board passed a new contract that will run through 2028 with Dr. Linda Cash. Board member Goins abstained from the vote. The rest of members voting in favor of the contract. So two major stories in our leadership of our school systems, which impacts the majority of students in Cleveland and Bradley County. And, of course, we are so proud, I will say now, of our relationship with both of our school systems and what they do in Cleveland and Bradley County. And Mix 104.1, MixTV.tv, all of our Fiesta 99.1, what Yvette does there. We just talked about the Hispanic scholarship at Cleveland State. We live in a very, very special place that has some wonderful, wonderful people. And as the son of a school teacher, even though, Bridget, as you remind me every time I mention my mother here on Mother's Day week, she was fired by Bob Taylor.
She was
for
not.
playing the piano too much in her classroom at Waterville. I'm not kidding. Now I'm kidding about him firing her. Every time I see Bob, he always says, "Stop saying that.
Yeah,
people believe you."
You should.
Why do people believe me anyway? I mean,
don't
what?
know.
All right,
They
let's
don't
get
know
our
you.
final. Excuse you?
They don't know you very well.
That's a good point. Let's get our final check of the streets here on as far as our Mixed Mornings check of the streets, Bridget.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. No reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
And Bridget, just stay right there. We're going to do traffic and weather together. But first, this from Milligan Vane.
This traffic report is brought to you by Milligan Vane. Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Dr. James Gooden at Milligan Vane offers an office treatment that can make you look and feel better within a day. Visit milliganvane.com or call 423-961-5682.
All right, at 9:07, everybody talking about the weather and the potential for severe weather later this evening. Let's get that Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast right here.
The Mermaid Mattress Holiday Sale is going on now. Buy select iCool and L&K mattress sets by Mermaid and receive a free adjustable base upgrade only at Mermaid Mattress.
All right, for today, we'll have a few rain showers throughout the day, some isolated thunderstorms this afternoon, but then for tonight, we'll have strong to severe storms overnight and then into tomorrow morning, along with flash flooding. We're under a flood watch for our listening area at this time. Damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes all possible. We are under an enhanced risk for most of our listening area for severe weather. According to the National Weather Service in Morristown, 30 to 44% probability of severe wind greater than 58 miles per hour, 5 to 10% chance of a tornado, and 15 to 30% chance of hail. And as far as timing goes, it's most likely going to happen between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then should all be out of here by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So as far as temperatures go, a high of 85 today, a low of 68 this evening. For tomorrow, those thunderstorms moving out during the morning, and then we'll have partly cloudy skies, a high of 85 and a low of 59. And then on Friday, mostly sunny skies with a high of 73. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 74 degrees.
Will you be honest about something right here? Is there really, here's a good, is there really a chance of hail, or do you just want to say hail?
It's the only chance I get to.
I know, it's like well, that's not your only chance, Bridget. Let's be honest here. That's a Church of God member's way of saying hail. Oh, my Lord. I mean, we're all on you, especially after you failed so bad last time on the weather.
Hey, trying to get it right today.
As I, and as I remind everyone, I was right, David Karyn was wrong, and then he called me out on television.
Oh, so Andy Morris texted earlier.
Hello,
we just
Andy.
didn't have time to read it.
Hey, Andy, go ahead.
He says, can Steve please tell us the probability that this weather won't happen?
Well, I mean, thank you, Andy. Thank you. If, as we recall, last time I had a severe weather shot, it was like 10% tornado. I said 90% it won't happen. David Karyn corrected me on the air. In case the two of you haven't heard that, should I go into the whole story?
Forgot about that. No.
I'll go top to bottom.
We remember.
I'll go top to bottom.
Unfortunately.
All right. No kidding. So we'll be with you, and obviously, if we get more alerts and warnings and that sort of thing, a couple of ways to follow that here locally. Right here on Mix 104.1 Radio. Remember, folks, download the app. It's perfect situations like this, or perfect time to do it. If you've not downloaded the app already, tens of thousands of you have done that. So you got us on your phone. You can listen. But you get weather alerts that way. And I hate to brag on Fruit Loops and Sheridan. Well, I love bragging on Sheridan, but Fruit Loops is another story. No, they do an absolutely incredible job in severe weather. And so they're going to send out alerts to all of us. I get them just like you do. And download the app. Go to the website, mymix1041.com. A big thank you to CHI Memorial. They sponsor our app. We really appreciate what they do. All right. So that's going to do it for us this morning at 11 after 9. I say that, but you know what? We're going to talk to Issac Libbey from Best Buy Metals. They're sponsoring our Spring Home Refresh this week. And Bridget, I mean, I heard Mike Lee yesterday, which was an accident. I didn't mean to hear him, but I heard Mike say we've got more prizes. Everybody gets a prize, basically.
I know. So
What a
much going
week.
on. So much going on.
Best way to find out, folks, seriously, go to the website. Like I'm not serious. I said seriously, why? mymix1041.com. It's all right there.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
Everyone there at the Porsche dealership are so personable and very knowledgeable that we just keep coming back. What I was looking for was a sport utility that was sporty and attractive and had the ability to perform to my expectations. The service department goes above and beyond with their routine service maintenance, and they get me out of there quickly. Chattanooga Auto Square. Luxury lives here.
Welcome back, everyone. Mix 1041. We're on MixTV.tv, and we are joined now by my longtime friend Issac Libbey, the owner of Best Buy Metals. Issac, how in the world are you?
Doing great, Steve. Yes, sir. Hope you are.
I'm doing good, and I love to check in with you and see what's happening because I was talking to a guy, actually a good friend of mine in business earlier this week, and he said, think about Best Buy Metals, and here you've got this company that has all these locations around the Southeast, yet they always take care of Cleveland and Bradley County, where you're headquartered. And we were actually just talking about you, so I'm really glad you came by. So how's everything going right now?
We've been very thankful. I've been staying busy, and you're right. No matter how much we branch out, Cleveland right here is our hometown. So we want to be we're very partial to this town, and we want to take care of them.
So, part of the reason you're here, we're in a time period of giving away the Spring Home Refresh, and people are in that mode right now. And I know that you can do a lot for people when it comes to their home. So talk to the new person who's just moved into town. We got a lot of those people. What can Best Buy Metals do for them?
Sure, yeah. Our goal is really to provide them with whatever they need as far as the exterior of their home. When it comes to the roof panels, you got a good number of options. We don't install anything. We do manufacture it. So we have different types of roofs, all the way from the exposed fastener, hidden fastener, standing seam, metal shingles. And then if they want the siding, we have the board and batten, metal siding, lap siding. It's all in metal, so the 50-year warranty. Last siding they have to put on that home. Just a variety.
So it's the exterior of the home is going to look great, and when people come to you, what are they saying? I mean, I know you got a lot of satisfied customers.
Well, I think that is definitely our goal is the customer service piece. I know you got to have good product, but if you don't have good customer service, you get them talk to them about what they need. If any of them if they want to come in, they want us to show them a showroom, show them product, work up blueprints, and then so we feel like that we've not done it perfectly, but we feel like we've accomplished some very good loyal customers within the area to where they know their best interest is in mind.
Joined by Issac Libbey, he and Angel, his wife and family, they have Best Buy Metals, of course, here in Cleveland. Now, if you're listening or watching us down in the Chattanooga area, there's a Best Buy Metals down there for you. And Issac, we're talking about the community, and next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday, the 14th, you're going to host the Chamber of Commerce. You're going to have hundreds of people down there. You guys know how to put on a chamber coffee.
Yes, sir. We're very excited about that. We're always honored to have the businesses in our area, the locals, come in, talk with us, share, and just be a part of just everyone there. It's always a fun time. We're looking forward to that. Definitely hoping to see you there and others.
Oh, I'll be there, and I know so many will, but you're such a big part of what happens here in Cleveland and Bradley County. Anything else that you'd like to add here, Isaac? And also, let's get the contact information out while you're here for Best Buy Metals.
Yes, sir. I think really just want to thank everyone in the community for allowing us to be a part of everyone here. It's been a blast. We're just thankful to keep growing with such a great place here in Bradley County. And reach out to us. You know, you come by the showroom, walk in. We'll treat you so many ways. You're bound to like one of them, but we'll show you what we have. You know, you give us a call. You know, on 728-3336, or check us out on the web, bestbuymetalroofing.com.
bestbuymetalroofing.com, as you hear at the top of every hour on this station. And Isaac, before you go, I mean, you've just come through a wonderful, I know it was last year, but the 20th anniversary says a lot about staying power of Best Buy Metals.
Yes, sir. We have been able to see it grow. Just gradually start out very small, and just thankful to see it grow. Now we're going on into beyond the 20 years, and just looking forward to see what else might take place.
All right, our buddy Isaac Libbey, Best Buy Metals. Now, if you're looking at MixTV.tv, you're seeing their website right there, and so many options. So really, Isaac, somebody could go to bestbuymetalroofing.com and really just get a great taste of what you do.
Yes, sir. There's definitely a good variety there. So if you don't see what you need to on there, we'll bring it up and show it to you.
Certainly so. Yes, Isaac Libbey, my longtime friend Isaac, Best Buy Metals. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you.
And a reminder, Best Buy Metals brings you this week of the Spring Home Refresh with Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv. One winner is going to win well over $5,000 in prizes. We'll do that coming up. Here's how to register. Go to our website, mymix1041.com. Hundreds and hundreds have already done that. That's mymix1041.com, and we're back in a moment.
For 20 years, Best Buy Metals has provided permanent steel roofing. Additionally, we've expanded to manufacture metal siding, including steel, board and batten, and traditional lap siding. We also offer custom pole barns, from a simple roof-only structure to a fully enclosed building. Stop by one of our 7 showrooms today or visit us online 24/7 at bestbuymetalroof.com.
I'm going on vacation, and we can't do what we did last year. No discounting Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster up to $800. Quit giving away free delivery and setup. And definitely no more half price on Tempur-Pedic floor models. I'll be watching.
Okay, Dad, you're the boss. We're definitely going to do all of that, but shh, don't tell my dad. Right now at Mermaid, through Memorial Day, save up to $800 on Stearns & Foster and Tempur-Pedic, and get up to 50% off on select Tempur-Pedic floor models and free local delivery. Only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com, proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee. Bender Realty is proud to have 3 agents who've been in real estate for over 40 years. The experts at Bender Realty don't just live here, they volunteer and contribute to the community in our area.
Our involvement in the community of who being able to reach out to, whether it's city planner, county planner, economic development committee, to help you bring new businesses into the Cleveland area. We're all involved and we're able to keep up with what's going on and what's coming into Cleveland.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
Right now, in a Hardee's kitchen near you, there's somebody hand-breading 100% white meat fillets to make you small batch golden fried chicken from scratch. For a taste that's pure, tender love and goodness, down to the very last crumb. Hardee's new hand-breaded tender platter. 100% white meat tenders served with garlic toast, fries, slaw, and an ice-cold beverage. Order ahead on the Hardee's app.
Hi, I'm Brian Poole.
sole owner of Pool Serenity Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland. It's going to be more of our discount funeral home and cremation center. We'll offer $895 cremation that will come with a wood urn. Only other charges the family have would be for death certificates and permits. That's it. No other hidden charges, no other hidden fees. And we have a traditional burial package, $4,595. That does include a casket and the services. You can reach us at www.pfhserenity.com.
Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv. We are joined by our friends from Allon Planning Partners. We have Jay and Brittany Hagee here in the studio with us. How are you all?
We're doing great, Bridget. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, great to see you as always. So today's going to be a part 1 of 2 series because there's so much to cover. So we're going to talk about common mistakes and pitfalls that people face when it comes to financial planning. So let's start it off.
Yeah, we want to pinpoint some things to help folks avoid these mistakes. That's the goal, not to point out, hey, people always make these mistakes, but to point out, hey, here's some things to be aware of so you don't fall into this this pit yourself. So one would be not setting clear goals, which seems pretty basic, but it happens when you're looking at current as well as future goals. So like even as simple as spending, what you're spending in your spending plan, or making sure you know what's actually going out, what's coming in, what's going out, having that clearly defined goal parameters. And then also for your future, setting clear goals for that. And so instead of saying, I want to save as much as I can for my future, I want to save as much as I can for retirement, making that more specific. I want to ensure that I have X amount of dollars to last me through retirement for the rest of my life. Or I want to ensure that I have enough to live on and then have X amount of dollars to pass on to an organization I care about, or my kids or loved ones or grandkids' college, whatever it is. Like make it specific so that we can actually help you work to achieve those goals, or so that you can work to achieve those goals. Like you have to have a specific destination in mind. So instead of just saying, hey, I want to go to Florida next week. Okay, that's great. Where in Florida? Like, is it Tampa? Is it Jacksonville? Is it Miami? The path is going to look very different based on where you're going to land. So clearly defining those goals.
Yeah, and I think we have the privilege of meeting with hundreds of folks every year, and we help you set these defined goals. So some folks are just like, I just want to save as much as possible for retirement, like Brittany said. But like, what does that look like for you? And we start with your current goals. So like, where is your current income plan? Where is your current spending plan? We talk about this a lot. It's no guilt, no shame. We have people that come in all the time that say, I really don't know how much we're spending every month, right? Yeah. So we start basic. We start, where's your income? Where are your expenses right now? And a lot of folks like, well, in retirement, I'll probably only need 70% of what I'm spending right now. That's not true. Yeah. We want to make sure that you have 100% plus inflation, because it's eating away our purchasing power.
Don't tune us out because we're talking basics like spending plan.
Right.
Because if you can get the basics right, it's amazing what a difference it makes in the long run. If you can get a few of these really core concepts down and working for you, saving the right amount of money, the right positioning with your investments, clearly defined goals, you will find 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, you'll look back and be like, oh man, I'm where I wanted to be.
That's right.
So these little things that you kind of dismiss, or yeah, I know that, I understand that, if you really apply them, it makes a massive difference.
We're talking with Jay and Brittany Hagee with Allon Planning Partners. You can call them at 423-315-1441, online at allonplanning.com. You guys really do make things so simple for people and really take the fear out of the huge topic of financial planning.
Yeah, we want to demystify, these areas where it seems like, I can just be talked over, or it's over my head, or I don't understand all of this and how it works. We want to make sure that you understand every concept when it comes to financial planning. And one of those pitfalls that we see a lot of times is folks believing that their investment, their single investment, whether it's a 401k or IRA or Roth IRA, we're so grateful that you're already putting into that, but it's not your financial plan. That is maybe an investment strategy that you have in our investment management plan, but there's so much more when it comes to financial planning that you want to understand, like, how am I going to get the income off of these dollars that I'm saving over time? I have a partner in a lot of these tax deferred plans, and that's Uncle Sam. How do I make sure I do not overpay him? You have to have a good tax plan. There's a lot of things that go along with this. Estate planning, healthcare planning. You have to make sure that you have a comprehensive plan, and it really includes all 5 of those areas I just mentioned, whether it's investments or income or taxes or estate planning or healthcare planning. You want to make sure that you understand that you have defined goals like we just talked about for each one of those areas. Not just, man, I'm just putting away a little bit over here and I don't really know how it's working for me or if I'm really going to get to that goal. We want to take away all the fear around that and let you know we can put a plan together to help you get to that retirement.
Understand that even just in hearing all of that can probably feel a little overwhelming or like, man, that's a lot.
Fear.
So don't hear this and feel overwhelmed.
Right.
We walk folks through this step by step by step. We hold your hand. We help you navigate through. So you're not just trying to juggle it all and figure it all out. We kind of, plant our flag in education. We want folks to understand. We want folks to be educated in their options, which is why we wrote this book. We wrote the Allon Approach, which talks about purpose-based planning and how that can actually bear fruit in your financial life.
Right.
And so this is a resource we give to everybody who comes in and sits down with us on a first appointment.
Yeah.
It's complimentary. We just offer the book, and it gives some real tangible, practical tips, resources, action steps. So you get the knowledge, but then you also get challenged at the end of each section with action steps. Okay, this is great information, but what's it mean to me? How do I apply this? So you don't have to go it alone. We want to walk with you to help you navigate through this big picture.
Yeah, and if you want to receive a copy of that book, you can go to our website, allonplanning.com. That's ALLON planning.com, and schedule a complimentary consultation, because if we sit with you, we can take some of that fear away from you that you're feeling about whether it's setting a goal for buying a new car or setting a goal for retirement and bigger planning. We want to make sure that you have the resources in order to get to the goals that you have. You can call us 423-315-1441 and schedule that complimentary consultation. We would love to connect with you and your family and see how intentional goal setting and intentional planning can help ease your mind and get you to those goals that you have.
You guys help people day in and day out. That's Jay and Brittany Hagee with Allon Planning Partners. Again, their number is 423-315-1441 and allonplanning.com. Folks can reach out to you and avoid these common mistakes and pitfalls. So we're going to talk about more of those coming up in our next interview. Thank you all so much for coming in today.
Thanks,
we
Bridget.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Investment advisory services are offered through Foundations Investment Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The content provided is intended for informational and educational purposes only. The views, statements, and opinions expressed herein are those of the individual speakers and not necessarily those of Foundations and its affiliates. The information contained herein does not constitute an offer to sell any securities or represent an express or implied opinion or endorsement of any specific investment opportunity, offering, or issuer. Any discussion of performance or returns is not indicative of future results. Each individual investor's situation is different, and any ideas provided may not be appropriate for your particular circumstances. Foundations only transacts business in states where it is properly registered or is excluded or exempted from registration requirements. Registration as an investment advisor is not an endorsement of the firm by securities regulators and does not mean the advisor has achieved a specific level of skill or ability. No legal or tax advice is provided. Always consult with a tax professional. All rights reserved.